going to kick off our questioning tonight. I'm going to kick off our questioning tonight, and I will just have you know, we are going to ask the questions from this stage. Thank you so much. We appreciate your enthusiasm. Anything differently? No, I'm sorry. Everyone, please. Again, I would ask if anyone else feels the need to disrupt, please stand up and do it right now.
You fight on, you fight on, you fight on, you fight on.
Excuse me, ma'am. Excuse me, ma'am. Excuse me, ma'am.
Excuse me, ma'am.
It was a DNC disaster. So first of all, guys, welcome back to my channel and back to a brand new video. Now to address the elephant in the room. My eye. I have no idea what happened. I woke up and my eye was red. But this show must go on. I'm a working man and I gotta keep filming. So this past week, the DNC party got together to nominate a new chair for the party and new leadership. To say that it was a poop show would be an understatement. This is how much I love you guys, because I watch so you don't have to. And by watching, I'm talking about 7+ hours of this garbage. Yeah, they streamed every single day, and it was torture. Now, I did not watch all 7 hours, because if I did, I would be dead right now. But I skimmed through and I picked some important parts that I felt you guys would be entertained by. So the whole purpose of this get-together was to discuss the party and where it's going and how to navigate through the Trump waters and how to win again. Yeah, win again. Like that's gonna happen. To say that it was a disaster would be an understatement. So there was interruptions after interruptions from Hamas supporters and for the gender ideology cult who were screaming and yelling, and the environmentalists who were screaming and yelling and wouldn't let people finish their statements or their questions. And it was just the funniest thing ever to watch this debacle of a party try and navigate where they are. And just watching these clips will just highlights why this party lost so convincingly in the last election and why they will continue to lose in the future. So DNC Committee Chairman Jamie Harrison kicked off the events, and watch this.
Welcome you all to the Democratic National Committee Eastern Region Candidates Forum. It is an honor. This is the fourth of our forums, and it's an honor to be here with you all this afternoon. But most importantly, it has been the honor of my life to be the chair of the Democratic National Committee for these last 4 years. The Democratic Party is the oldest living party on the face of the planet. The DNC has been around for 176 years.
We're going down memory lane. Yeah, let's do that. Let's go back 100+ years of the DNC when they started. Like when they enslaved your people. Like when they fought for Jim Crow to continue in the South. Like when they fought for the Confederacy to continue slaving your people. Yeah, the good old days. Yeah, that's how they started the event. That's how they started it. That should give you an indication of where we're going. So Jamie, the chairman, is trying to conduct order in the forum amongst the voters and the people. And things didn't go quite like he had planned.
Excuse me, ma'am. 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 Security, please. Ma'am, listen, ma'am. We appreciate your stance. But right now, Donald Trump controls the White House. The Republicans control Congress. And I would invite you to go down the street. Hey, folks. The other side is about fear, fraud, and fascism, but we don't do that in the Democratic Party.
Oh, right. No fascism here other than trying to jail our political opponents occasionally. No corruption here other than taking big donor money and outspending Republicans by 2-1 and still losing. As if that wasn't embarrassing enough, then Jamie goes on to explain how the party is opening up their tent to include nominees of different genders that go beyond just male and female.
Rules specify that when we have a gender non-binary candidate or officer, the non-binary individual is counted as neither male nor female, and the remaining 6 offices must be gender balanced. In order to be gender balanced, we must elect 1 male, 1 female, and 1 person of any gender. We must elect.
Yes, we must elect one of the genders. Really? Yeah, one of the 30 genders. And they wonder why they keep losing. But watch this. Watch when he is explaining the whole gender rules. One of the audience members asked a question that I found to be just hilarious and something you would only hear at the DNC.
Because of our gender balance provisions on this next ballot, you will be able to vote for 2 candidates of any gender on the next ballot. Yes.
So, you can put any gender, or does it have to be 2 of the same gender? Any gender.
Any gender.
Yes, any gender. Zer, fur, and mer. Lord have mercy. But it gets even funnier, right? Because they had different speakers and different people who were vying for different spots as chairman or chairwoman of the DNC. And one of those people was Marianne Williamson, who actually schools the party on their own history of overspending and corruption.
Also, let's remember this. Hillary Clinton had more money than Donald Trump did. And we all know about the absurd expenditures of the Harris campaign. When the Democratic Party started taking corporate money in the 70s, that's when our moral authority began to leak out of the bottom of the boat.
Now you know you're in trouble when Marianne Williamson, the crystal lady, is schooling you on corruption. For those who don't remember who she is, she was a presidential candidate back in 2020 and 2024 as well. And let's just say she's a little bit eccentric.
They were fortified, and they were all promised 40 acres and a mule for every family of 4. If you did the math today, it would be trillions of dollars. And I believe that anything less than $100 billion is an insult. And I believe that $200 to $500 billion is politically feasible today because so many Americans realize there is an injustice that continues to form a toxicity underneath the surface, an emotional turbulence that only reparations.
Thank you very much.
The Prime Minister of New Zealand, who said that her goal is to make New Zealand the place where it's the best place in the world for a child to grow up. And I will tell her girlfriend you were so on. So, Mr. President, if you're listening, I want you to hear me, please. You have harnessed fear for political purposes, and only love can cast that out. So sir, I have a feeling you know what you're doing. I'm going to harness love for political purposes. I will meet you on that field, and sir, love will win.
I've heard a lot of plans here tonight, and if we think plans are going to beat Donald Trump, we've got another thing coming. My plan is to gather all the sage in America and burn it. My plan is to harness the energy of babies to finally put a man on the moon. And I said to the president of New Zealand, I said, girlfriend, you're so on. And I would say to Donald Trump, boyfriend, you chill. Thank you.
With Marianne Williamson for jumping in the race ahead of him, did he want a clear field to run against the Republican nominee in 2024?
Just not tracking that. I mean, if I had a what is it called, a little globe here, crystal ball, then I can tell you. But I imagine 8-ball, whatever. If I could feel her aura, I just don't have anything. I just don't have anything to share on that.
And I say, girlfriend, you cray. Oh, but it gets better, guys. It gets so much juicier and better. So at one point in the forum, they have questionnaires and a panel. And it starts out with Jen Psaki, who is the previous White House press secretary, running questions with Simone Sanders, who was Biden's campaign manager, as well as Bernie Sanders' campaign manager back in 2016. And things don't go exactly as planned for Miss Simone Sanders.
Oh yeah, say something else. Yeah, I got you. Say something else. Say something else, Lauren. Oh. Can Lauren say something else?
Lauren can't, but I can say something. Your party is doomed.
And we'll start with Dr. Quintessa Hathaway.
Good evening, everyone. It is my desire to be the next DNC chair, and I just want to give you all a little bit of something that's been on my heart here over the last couple of days. You fight on, you fight on, you fight on, you fight on. When your government is doing you wrong, you fight on, oh, you fight on.
Yes, that was literally her opening statement. That song. Again, people, the DNC.
Simone.
I'm going to kick off make sure my mic is on, you got me. I'm going to kick off our questioning tonight. And I will just have you know, we are going to ask the questions from this stage. There will be a moment where we will take questions from the audience, but I would ask. Thank you so much. We appreciate your enthusiasm. We are going to ask the questions from this stage. We'll ask that you please take a seat. We'll ask that you please take a seat. I want to take a look back to the last election cycle. You do not, pardon me. Thank you all so much. We appreciate, can I note we appreciate your enthusiasm, and we have a number of questions we'd like to get to. If you would please take a seat, ma'am. I see my Sunrise family over here. Give us an opportunity to ask the questions, please. Thank you. Dr. Hathaway, I would ask the same question to you. Would you have done anything differently? I'm sorry. Everyone, please. We cannot. I am going to ask if the audience would please give us an opportunity to ask the questions. And if you are not going to give us an opportunity to ask the questions, we are going to simply ask you to leave. We will not be able to get through this evening. We will not be able to get through this evening if you all continue to interrupt. And we are running out of time in this forum. Again, I would ask if anyone else feels the need to disrupt, please stand up and do it right now. I want to give you your opportunity. I want to give you your opportunity. Specifically about something that came up. I want to ask, we're going to continue to go forward. I want to ask specifically about something that came up during the election, and I will direct this question to you, Governor O'Malley, and to you, Mr. Martin. We're going to continue to go forward. About 1/3 of Donald Trump's advertising, campaign advertising in October of 2004, pardon me, well, wait a second. Thank you. So these particular...
And Democrats are still taking money from the arsonists.
You know...
40 years ago. I'm not talking to all of you. I'm talking to somebody. Don't shake your head like that. You've been on here for how long now? How long? This is embarrassing. This is embarrassing. We're teachers. We don't hate the Democrat Party. We stop that. We knock on doors, and we get betrayed by the establishment.
But
can you... Let's talk about the climate emergency. Okay, hello. Let's get to the climate emergency. Let's get to the climate emergency. Jen Psaki, excuse me. We're going to skip ahead. Jen Psaki's going to ask about the climate. We're going to go to climate. Let's go.
We want to hear your opinions. We're just asking the questions so you can all hear from these candidates and people at home can hear. Thank you all.
And that's pretty much how the whole event went. It was just screaming, yelling, shouting, gender ideology, save the environment, Hamas. I mean, it was everything all in one. And I say kudos to those crazy people, because the Democrat Party opened up their gates to the crazies. And now the chickens have come home to roost. They're laying the eggs all over. And Simone Sanders is losing her ever-loving mind. And I'm here for it. Like they say, everyone has a voice. So, spoiler alert, they did pick a new chairman, some useless guy who's gonna run the DNC further down the drain, as it already is. And so yeah, nothing new there. But anyway, guys, let me know in the comments down below what you think of this video. And are you thankful that I take the bullet for you guys, that I had to sit and watch that nonsense for hours for you? You better subscribe. If you're enjoying my content, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Don't forget to hit my notification bell so you know when I post a brand new video. Until next time, my head hurts. Peace.